Mimi nataka watu ya Mbeere murudie ile ilifanyika Kipipiri 30 years ago. Vile watu ya Kipipiri walionesha Moi na KANU, nyinyi muoneshe Ruto na UDA kivumbi. Si ndio?
Rigathi Gachagua has advanced his offense on Ruto's UDA dozer in Kipipiri in Mbeere North constituency. Actually, in his door-to-door impromptu campaigns, he managed to visit First Homestead, which happens to be the opponent's Ruku's grandmother's house. And these house are happening while the same person was having an interview on one of the local media stations, which he had to cut short and rush home because he was so uncomfortable. What was Rigathi Gachagua doing at his grandmother's place? And by the time he was there, Gachagua was long done. Now, this is tactical. This is the kind of politics that Gachagua has done. I mean, people will say Gachagua ni kichwa ngumu, yeah, for the pictures that you've seen there. Anyway, he has also a glimpse of Rigathi Gachagua touring in the Kipipiri region, talking to residents, conducting door-to-door campaigns for Newton Karish, who is the DP party candidate for the upcoming November 27th this year by elections.
Muno. Ana family yakwa. Nimewaambia hapo hapo.
Atwarage marauga ta guku.
Marauga no Karish.
Wengi muno. Asante gaithonia. Haya.
Even the videos that you are seeing here is Rigathi Gachagua making sure that he's consolidating the little support they can get into the grassroots. So, this particular move by Rigathi Gachagua is something that I honestly welcome. This is something that shows actually the united opposition front is too serious about making a point. In another gathering, Rigathi Gachagua is giving historical accounts of how KANU and Moi suffered at the hands of Kipipiri residents back then in 30 years ago. Now, he wants the resident to replicate the same in Mbeere North, equating the then Moi to Ruto, who is currently the president.
Historia inajirudi kutoka 1994. Ni miaka gapi sasa? 30. Ruto ni Moi wakati hiyo. KANU ya wakati hiyo ni UDA. Sasa tuko na DP. Kibaki alipita pale. Rigathi amepita hapa. Maneno imeisha haijaisha. Moi akaojeshwa pilipili Kipipiri. Neguo. Akeo pilipili ko. Sasa hapa Mbeere mtapatia nini? Nimoko monia doro. Mimi nataka watu ya Mbeere murudie ile ilifanyika Kipipiri 30 years ago. Vile watu ya Kipipiri walionesha Moi na KANU, nyinyi muoneshe Ruto na UDA kivumbi. Si ndio? Na ilikuwa tu vile ilikuwa. Siku hiyo kulikuwa na Karida wa huko na kulikuwa na Ruko wa huko. Mmoja alikuwa anaitwa Josiah Kememia na mama mwingine. Sasa hapa hao ni watu ya Kasongo. Kwa hivyo tunaomba nyinyi kwa niaba ya jamii yetu mtosharia giteo na mweko huo. Watu wa Mbeere wapewe heshima vile wako. Si ndio? Na heshima italetwa na kura yenu. Neguo.
It is very true. Gachagua is telling the residents of Mbeere North that it is their vote that is going to earn them their respect, which is totally true. So if people turn out in large numbers to make a point, to prove a point, then whether in the opposition or in the government, a communication shall have been made. Even if somebody is thinking of rigging, I mean, if by 80-90% someone is beating you with votes, even if you want to top up through rigging, it will be difficult. The only time that most people deem it fit to rig is through certain ways, like one, maybe you are at close range, 50-52% at a close range. Somebody can decide to stuff up ballot boxes. Again, two is by through force, making sure that you suppress your competitors as the incumbent. That is the only way that you can force yourself into power. Now, Newton Karish is the person under the watch whom Gachagua says that they should elect, citing the issues of poor road networks, the issues of the bad economy, education system in the area, and those are the same issues that we as Kenyans are really suffering from. So there was this, concern about Rigathi Gachagua campaigning for a DP candidate, yet he's a member of the DCP party. And if I may just answer those persons who are claiming that, you see, this is a united opposition front, and they have their own agreement. I mean, Gachagua hasn't broken any law, but we have the constitution that bars CSs from campaigning or engaging into politics. But what do we see? We see CSs who are endorsing persons, who are lifting hands of people, endorsing them that they should be elected. Isn't that a crime enough if you really want to hold someone accountable according to their deeds? Now, other people are saying that if Rigathi Gachagua really wanted to measure his power, he would have gone ahead and fronted a candidate. No, they don't understand what was called in the spirit of the united opposition front. That is why in areas whereby they feel a certain candidate is much powerful, because they're not just there to compete against each other, they're there to compete against this rogue regime. That is something that you really need to put in your skull. So, for this, we have to give it for Rigathi Gachagua. These door-to-door campaigns that they are engaging in really shows the kind of zeal and energy exhibited when you want to take out or dethrone an oppressor from power. What's your take on this? Kindly give me your thought in the comment section below. If you love content of this nature and you're watching from our YouTube channel, kindly subscribe and press the notification button. So anytime that we are live or we upload content of this nature, you'll be the very first person to be notified. Ahmed Khalif is my name for the Unscripted Talks here in Dub Radio. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuhu.
Kwa timba kali za Afrika, Dub Radio ndio mpango mzima.